UsualSuspect6.com.
Y'all get an opportunity at the belt, but once again, we so blessed to fight him.
Listen, we're giving you an opportunity.
He got the belt.
He got the belt.
He came to y'all. He got the belt. He did not come to. That's what you say. He did not come.
No matter how they try to belittle you, attack your character, create lies and false narratives, understand two things. We dress clean and we fight clean. Salute to the clean fighters.
They claim that this community is so drug-free, but it don't look that way to me.
And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
A usual suspect kid. It's a usual suspect kid.
Rodriguez, we're going to be fair. You got to say it on both sides. Rodriguez should have dominated him more, but he shouldn't have been robbed. And he was robbed.
Oh, he should have.
Man, we're back. This is Tales from the B-Side, episode number 17. I am KG. This is my boy Thomas from the Bronx. What's up with you, Thomas? What's going on with you, champ?
Chilling, man. Can't call it, Just happy for, getting through another week. I guess another weekend. Weekend's pretty much done, and I guess we'll be back at it tomorrow.
Damn bass in your voice, man. Your damn Seattle Seahawks damn won.
That's right. We won. I don't have to sweat nothing out today on this Sunday. We already won on Thursday, locked it up. Looking at the Niner game now, hopefully they lose. So I mean, things are looking pretty good. The Yankees are in the playoffs. The Mets didn't make the playoffs, and I know people are upset about that. And I'm happy that they are upset about that. So that's what it is.
It is what it is. I don't care too much about football, Thomas. You already know that. I already broke that down to you.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at these damn FanDuel bets, and FanDuel would not let me be great. They will not let me be great. I'm trying to cash out on some bets that I already know is not going to roll through, and they won't let me cash them out, and they're going to rob me. It's going to look. That's telling me I should have did the cash out before the 4 o'clock game started. You know what I'm saying?
What you need left? You need 2 more things.
I need 2 more touchdowns. Two different games. Two different games. I need 2 touchdowns. And the way it's looking, I think they're gonna try to jerk me, man.
Damn.
And then anybody that does this, man, make sure y'all refresh the screen, because I did a cash out, and when I refreshed the screen, one of the damn people that scored that I didn't think was gonna scored.
Wow.
And I might have already cashed it out.
You would, Jesus.
Yeah.
And they were real quick to get you that cash out then.
Yeah, they was real quick to do it. Real quick. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even hesitate. No hesitation. They ain't have it blacked out. Like I'm looking at these right now. It says cash out unavailable. I'm like, just let me get it. Y'all won't let me do it.
I'm telling you, it's a blowout.
Yeah, and then I got some plays put in for tonight's game with the Cowboys and the Packers.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see if some shake. And if one of these damn things would have shake, I would have canceled the show, and I would have been doing it from Boston, where I would have been celebrating and got me a
drink. Yeah. Listen, I've been doing good on my picks. I lost today out of my 3 picks. My other 2 picks is tonight and tomorrow night. I lost. I took the Panthers today, so that they got smoked. But I've been hot on my picks. I've hit 6 in a row before that. So let's see what happens. I got the Packers tonight big. I think the Packers gonna destroy this team, Dallas. And then tomorrow, I believe I have the Broncos winning big too. Sorry, DP, who's in the chat. I know he's a big Bengals fan. But congrats on your Reds. They knocked out the Mets. They're in the playoffs, so that's something to look forward to in Cincinnati.
There Bengal fans out here?
Well, yeah, DP's in Cincinnati, so
Yeah, but I know people in Cincinnati. I don't hear them talk about the Bengals. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he's legit. He's legit. Yeah.
Yeah, but man, hey, everybody damn be patient. We I guess is gonna be showing up. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna talk some deals, you know what I'm saying, get some stories. But what about this week in boxing, man? You know what I'm saying? It's been kind of ugly.
It's been slow. Last night was some decent fights on Pro Box. I was entertained.
Yeah, boxing
there was good fights. With news, the big news is the circus event that's going to happen in November. With Tank and Jake Paul. I was at the press conference on Monday. It was awkward.
What you mean? I like explain that. What do you mean awkward?
It was kind of cringe for me. Like the back and forth that they had. Tank didn't look like he was in it. Like he was just like there. Just kind of happy to just be there. Wasn't really
there, or was it more so like Marshawn Lynch? I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but like you're happy to be there because you know what the results is going to be. You're going to get paid pretty good for it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Marshawn. That's a perfect way of explaining it. I think that's perfect. Anybody that knows what Marshawn Lynch did in the second Super Bowl before the press, he didn't want to do no interviews or anything. He was just but if he didn't, he was going to get fined, and that was his quote. So yeah, that was pretty much it.
That was the look I saw on Tank's face. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just watching him. He looks dejected and everything, and I'm just like, he looks like I'm just here just because like look, I play like UFC games, boxing games, and all of them have promotional setups, and you got media days.
Yeah.
And you got to check that stuff off. So you got to be there.
Like it was a formality for him.
Yeah. I got to be here.
Yeah, it was just kind of, to me, like awkward. Like I've been at a bunch of press conferences. It was just weird, and it looked a little staged too.
Yeah,
right? The clowns came out.
And I'm asking you that because, like I said, you was in the house, and like I said, and I've been telling people, I said, bro, this is might be a Quentin Tarantino production, you know what I'm saying, or a Martin Scorsese production. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the way this shit there maps out, I said, bro, there's no way I see it being an actual anything real. And like I said, and with you being in the building, I'm like, bro, Thomas is gonna tell me, damn, you know what I'm saying, that he saw, you know what I'm saying, the eyes, there's the great and powerful eyes behind the curtain pulling the strings and stuff.
Nah. It was whack. Like the fighters didn't come out to talk to anybody. The CEO of MVP Promotions, he came out and talked to people.
Okay.
He did. They said that Gary Antoine was supposed to be there. He wasn't there. Jay Leon Love was there. He's training Jake Paul. He used to be a pro fighter, part of the money team. He was there talking to people, but that was it. Nobody was really out there talking. I saw Ali Feliz was there and his brother, and I know them. I've seen them a bunch of times before. They came in to talk. I don't think they're fighting on the card. I don't know if anybody knows this. Ali Feliz just came, he had a little surgery. So, that's why he's been out, so. But yeah, man, it was.
And then you know what I'm noticing from Ring Magazine and now MVP, and I'm kind of disappointed in you if there was a certain stipulation as to why you didn't do it. Why you ain't go get in line to ask a question?
Because everybody jumped up to get in line, right? And it's just like, and I didn't think they were going to get to me anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
you just gave up before you.
I tapped out, and people came up and. And then he wasn't answering the questions anyway, Tank.
But it would have been good to hear your voice. Like,
I should have made an effort.
Yeah,
I should have made an effort so they could have saw me on the line.
You already know if I was there, I would have made an effort. Yeah, y'all would have heard my voice. Even if they had panned the camera in my direction or not, y'all would have been like, it's KG's voice.
Yeah, I dropped the ball.
Yeah, but hey, we gotta seize that because, like I said, I don't see like other promotional companies doing that. But like I said, I seen Ring Magazine do it 2 times where they allow people to go, the small media people go line up and you ask your questions.
Yeah,
and like I said, that's what happened when Sean came up and put Dana White on the spot. See what I'm saying? So, like I said, you could have been that.
I thought that we were gonna get at least you know, they were going to come on and talk to us. So I thought I had my opportunity to maybe ask them a question, like in the scrums. That's what they call the scrums. But they didn't do that. So that's my bad. I messed up. I should have, you know what I'm saying? I should have got on that line. But I was hoping that they would do a little scrum session and then we get an opportunity to ask questions. But they didn't do that. Because usually Jake Paul does. He usually comes out all the time. Yeah. But he didn't even come out to talk to anybody.
And it's easy. Like I said, you usually get the whole, like you said, the whole scrum sessions right after, because as soon as they're done, them dudes are lounging around in the media. I mean, the big media and the cameras are handcuffing, you know what I'm saying, the actual talent, the actual main attraction. So everybody else on the undercard, those guys should be fully accessible. You know what I'm saying?
They should have. I mean, the next day they had that at Alicia, because they didn't even announce the undercard until the next day, next morning, actually. And that's what they said like 8 o'clock the next morning, they were going to announce. And then they had Alicia there on the dais when they did their press conference. So that was cool. But it would have been cool if they would have had her in New York.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it would have been you know, something that the media could have talked to her and maybe even her opponent and any other fighter. But like I said, they scheduled in the emails of the credentials, they said that Gary Antoine was supposed to be there and he was not. So I mean, maybe he was supposed to be on the dais too. Who knows? But maybe something happened. But he wasn't even on the dais in Miami. So not sure what happened with that. But yeah, they could have had the undercard there and interact with people and, you know, give them content or give them a story or But
we didn't have anybody else until, you know what I'm saying, like we're not gonna have anything else going on until the actual week of the fight, probably. Pretty much, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. As far as that fight and that card, probably nothing. Yeah,
because it happened so soon. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say soon. I think my vision is being impaired because November 22nd stands out, but at the same time, it's so far away.
Yeah.
So and we're seeing a lot of fights get made and get done before November 22nd gets here. So I'm just like, that's a huge gap. Yeah, I hope nobody does that again going forward. Set fights out 16, 17 weeks out. I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, this one is a little bit sooner than when they made, for example, Devin Haney, Brian Norman. That was a big gap. But this one, even though it's a week before that fight, it's still a smaller gap. Yeah, you know. So, but I guess it is what it is. You know, these guys, these pro fighters, they're gonna do whatever they can. It's very interesting. Everybody's been killing Tank, but you know, we spoke to Ishe on Friday. And he was like, he doesn't blame Tank. He understands. He says he's not particularly a fan with it, but he can understand why he's doing it. And he's like, at the end of the day, you know, pro fighters go get this money. So, you know, so.
See, Thomas, my thing is I grew up, you know what I'm saying? The old heads always gave me a saying.
Yeah.
And it started coming into form when you start seeing it for real. When somebody shows you who they are, you got to believe them.
Yeah.
So that's why, like I told you, I've never put Tank in the shoes, the gloves, the spotlight of a traditional boxer. You know what I'm saying? So the way he's moving, I'm not a fan of it. I'm a huge fan of once that bell rings and Tank's in the ring.
Yeah.
Huge fan.
No, and I get it. Yeah. And I like Tank inside the ring. Yeah. I mean, we all should. I mean, he comes out, he entertains, he goes out there, he gets most of his fights, ends and knockouts. And look, you know, I know his resume is not up to par as what we would like it to be, but I mean, he's sold out like 8 straight venues, I think.
He's still fun to watch. Whether Tank is fighting a name or a no name, Tank is fun to watch.
Yes.
So I tell people, I'm like, and this is real. Like you hear Tank when he says it, he tells people, pay attention to the sport, just be a fan. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it sounds crazy to say, but when you take a step back and you look at it, you be like, you're right. I don't need to be worried about them. What you and your baby mama doing. You know what I'm saying? I know we got Shade Room, TMZ, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature, advertising and stuff. And then we're in the social media age that is being constantly advertised. But at the same time, I think every time we talk about stuff like that, we get away from boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we know we got the antics and the shenanigans that go on, and then people want to talk the money talk. People want to talk about how many asses you're putting in seats. Who you beefing with, who you said something to, who you tweeting back and forth with, why'd you delete that tweet? You know what I'm saying? So I understand all that shit, Thomas, but at the same time, casual, diehard, fan foe, whoever, people still show up to watch these fights. You know what I'm saying? We still shut the fuck up and show up and watch the fight.
And his supporters still gonna support him. You know, it's funny that you said that about, you know, that particular tweet that he made. You know, he was like, sit down and STFU and go be a fan. You know, I can understand Tank's point of view on any fighter when we get into the personal aspect of things and their personal lives. But in that particular tweet, I believe the guy was telling, yo, you got to rematch Roach. And I think Tank is wrong for saying that to that fan, because if he wants to see him in the big fights, these are supposedly fans, right? Because we don't know who pays for what, who buys the pay-per-views or who buys tickets. But at the end of the day, the people that buy tickets and the people that buy the pay-per-views, they have every right to say something and criticize and critique if they want, because at the end of the day, they supported him. So let me critique. You know, maybe you're not going to like what I said, but I think it's my right, or anybody else's right that's a legit fan, to speak their mind, you know, and you can't be mad at that. And I think that's where Tank Davis is wrong.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But look, I used to tell a lot of young fighters when they used to be like, man, but they said this about me. They said this about me. I said, you as the fighter, it'll behoove you to stay the fuck out of the comments. I said, because when you're looking at, and like I said, I don't be on Twitter. I stay away from Twitter for real, because when Twitter first started, even before it went to X, it was something you got to keep up with. You're constantly watching, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to be that involved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In social media at the time. But then, of course, as time grows, you become a creature of habit. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm sitting back watching it. But at the same time, if you can look at a post, you can read it, you can grab your own context from it, you can read the caption. But the moment you click and open that goddamn the comment section, do not be surprised at the things that you read, and do not take it to heart. You know what I'm saying? So one day when me and you then finally blow up, Thomas, and become super, super famous,
yeah,
don't get it twisted and not believe that every third comment is gonna be like, damn, that's my D, damn Thomas. You ain't really from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? You ain't from the Bronx for real. You know what I'm saying? You from upstate, you from Rochester.
That's true. That's true. You know
what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna get tight, because I'll be offended though, because I've been in Soundview all my life pretty much. Damn it.
They'll be like, I ain't never seen you around there.
Yeah.
Where your granny's house at? You know what I'm saying?
I will provide so many receipts, you know. But then again, I'm probably not gonna be famous. But you know.
but no, you will be, man. You will be famous for somebody. Look, even if you just Bronx famous, goddamn it, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be famous. Hey, chat, tell Thomas he's gonna be famous. He's gonna be famous one day.
They're gonna troll me.
Yes, he's gonna be famous.
I see people
keep showing up to the fights, Thomas. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep playing your part. You will be famous to somebody. That's why I call everybody champ. Yeah, and look, I don't mean them just because you had a trophy around your neck or you had a belt around your waist. Don't none of that mean nothing to me. It's somebody in your life or somebody that admires you, that sees you as a champion. So I call everybody champ, man. I'm like, what's up, champ? What's going on, champ? Yeah, so it ain't even about that.
That's
so
true.
Like that. So aspire to them, just keep reaching, Thomas, because look, one day I will be famous.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe not YouTube famous, but people gonna know me and they're gonna be like, bro, I know who that dude is.
Yeah.
Because I'm already outside of Virginia famous. I can go to states and walk and they be like, hey, ain't you KG? From Supreme Beat Boxing Talk? Yeah, that's me. You know what I'm saying? That's me.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
See, salute to everybody in the chat, by the way. I see them.
Salute.
Yep. It's funny you mentioned Twitter. I'll go to Twitter. When Twitter came out, I wasn't really a big fan. The only thing I liked about Twitter was when the NFL draft, because they used to know who was going to get picked before they would announce it. That was probably the only thing. And then when it came to like the trade deadlines and stuff, you got all the rumors. You know, that was what Twitter was good for. Now Twitter is good for starting beef and fighters talking their nonsense. And what?
And OnlyFans advertisements and porn.
Oh yeah, well that's on Instagram.
well that's Facebook. That's everywhere now. Facebook. Yeah. Look, you can't even scroll Facebook without seeing. I'm like, damn, this porn on Facebook, huh?
It really is. It's crazy.
Facebook is like a family social media site for me. I only keep Facebook to keep in contact with high school friends and old family members.
That's what I use it for, and try to remember birthdays.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's it, because it tells me, oh, this guy's birthday. Oh, word. Let me say happy birthday. But that's the truth. That's the God honest truth. So
Man.
yeah. So let's see. This guy must have been eating a feast or something.
Bro, I think he had a whole. He had a mofongo. He had a drink in his hand. He had some free
everything. And what's crazy is my wife is on her way to bring me some food. Probably eating the same thing. She's like, "What do you want to eat?"
She bring you a mofongo too?
No, not mofongo. I got rice and beans and some chicken and some totones. I've got all of that. So I wouldn't mind mofongo. I haven't had mofongo in a minute.
But the way
good mofongo though.
But the way Chef was there talking about eating, I thought he had a whole pan full of paella. I was like, bro, he was just like, man, I'm just can I please go eat, please?
And I believe he's in DR at the moment too. So he's probably getting that good food.
He getting the good, yeah, he's getting his good. Yeah. So I saw the glass he was drinking out of. It was old school.
Really? Oh, okay, yeah. Because I know he likes he's a very classy individual. He smokes cigars too.
Okay.
He's a cigar smoker as well. So should I text him?
No. He good. You know what I'm saying? We could do a brief recap because, like I said, and I said it last week. I said, it's only been 16 episodes now, 17. You know what I'm saying?
17 coming right
now. I said, but it feel like, you know what I'm saying? I guess the information that we're getting out of this, you know what I'm saying, it's timeless, you know what I'm saying, and they're aging properly, you know what I'm saying, so years to come, people can go back and check some of these stories out, you know what I'm saying, when we finally hit 160, you know what I'm saying, people are going to, you know what I'm saying, be able to go back and look and say, damn, that's a foot point, you know what I'm saying, a footnote right there. Like if kids were ever writing a paper, they would be able to use us as a resource, you know what I'm saying, a reference to say, you know what, Tales from the B-side, episode such and such, they said this fighter said this, and it was actually, you know what I'm saying, something, you know what I'm saying, like a real stamp.
Yeah.
So, because we're hearing, like everybody that's been keeping up with us, we're hearing good stories, we're hearing good tales, we're hearing some messy stuff, we're hearing some corrupt stuff, we're hearing internal beefs, you know what I'm saying, between fighters, and not to be messy on our end, we kind of want those fighters that they're talking about to come to tell their side. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys know these guys that anybody's ever talked about, we've had fighters, you know what I'm saying, that clashed, and we've had them on at different times. Like I said, it's not to be messy, it's just it's good stories. You know what I'm saying? It's good stories, and I think everybody, you know what I'm saying, they walk away knowing that, damn, that was a good hour spent. They won't. They were saying they were talking, and it was story time, but at the same time it was boxing because it was really something that actually happened. So people were on telling the testimony that the game fucked me this way, or I got over on the game like this. You know what I'm saying?
No, and I'm sure there's a lot of stories out there from very different fighters, you know. And listen, coming up at the B side is no disrespect. I mean, everybody starts at the B side eventually, you know, in the beginning. I think everybody's been on the B side, you know, 90% of the time, I guess 90% of fighters. I mean, it's very rare where a guy has been the A side all his career, you know, because whether in the beginning or the tail end of your career, you're going to be on the B side. And, you know, there's going to be some disadvantages you may face or maybe some unfairness and stuff like that. And that's what's intrigued us to have these fighters on and tell their stories about what's going on. You know, our guest today has been, you know, fought at a few different continents, right, and in different countries, you know, and he's gotten robbed many times. So, you know, that's what, you know, he's going to come up here and speak about it, speak about the travel, speak about anything that happened, I guess, leading up to the fight and the actual fight itself, you know. But multiple countries he's been to, and he's been robbed, you know. So. And they made big deals about it too, where, you know, there's one famous clip with Teddy Atlas like screaming and stuff, you know. It's like, how can they do, you know, and like Teddy Atlas does.
You know, it's a robbery when Teddy Atlas speaks on it. And look, that's the one thing I miss about ESPN boxing. You know what I'm saying? Teddy Atlas has, you know what I'm saying, his ways, you know what I'm saying, his views when it comes to things. But when it came to boxing and somebody getting robbed, he was one of those commentators that was going to let everybody know what was going on.
Even if he was sitting in the highest seat, they heard him because he was loud. He was screaming it out. He's
gonna let you know, bro. So, this was like, what were they watching? And he doesn't lie when he says it. He said majority of these damn judges have never damn thrown a punch or put a pair of gloves on in their life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think and this is just me. I believe all judges, because like I know on the amateur level, anytime they have showcases, they got a blue book that they have to show up to these showcases with, and they get stamped because they get supervised based off of how they ref, based off of certain situations. They get, thrown into certain scenarios to make sure they maintain competency. What are they doing with professional referees? Do they go through a battery of tests like annually, semi-annually or something? Because like I said, we got to know they maintain competency.
Yeah.
We had referee on last night, and she was the same referee that reffed Axe fight.
Yeah. From Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody that was backstage watching this woman, they could point out all of her flaws. They was just like, they was really pointing it out. It's like, bro, this lady is trash. Like, what is she doing? And she's too early in the game. I don't think she got enough skin in the game to be that's already tainted as she is.
Yeah, but she's getting a lot of fights.
She's getting a lot, but she hasn't had any championship fights. She hasn't had any championship fights yet. Okay. That's when she goes under the spotlight and the microscope. And when she goes under that spotlight and microscope, a lot of people are gonna call her on her shit because, like I said, she's too early in the game for it to be that blatant.
Terrible.
Too early in the game for it to be that blatant. I promise you, bro. Like Steve Willis was a good referee until he got a title fight, and that's when we start seeing his damn flaws, or the fact that somebody slipped him something. Like I said, I don't know, man. And like I said, she is dead. Because I hate that, man. Like I've been watching Steve Willis for the longest. Like even before I knew he was there, my New York, referee. And I was like, bro, who is that guy? I didn't know who he was. I said, the guy with the bug eyes, man. You know what I'm saying? Ofacio said it best. He said the guy with the eyes that go like this. You know what I'm saying?
He said like that was messed up. Yeah, he said like this.
Ofacio Falcone, man. You know what I'm saying, for saying that.
Ofacio ain't shit, man. That's messed up.
But
man,
when he started showing his flaws, and I started looking, I was like, bro, you're a guy, you're an inclusive referee. You're really right there at the damn scene of the crime, and you're missing stuff. That's not you. So, like I said, I don't know, man. I don't know what talks they have, but I know the talks that those referees and the commission give the fighters before the fights.
Yeah. And that's a good question you brought up earlier. What are they doing with these referees when they have a bad night, or maybe consecutive bad nights? Are they talking to them? Are they giving them some type of extra training they got to go to? Listen, in the real world, sometimes at jobs they may send you to certain trainings, like to refreshing your skills or whatever the case may be. Like, what are they doing with these referees that have bad night? Same thing with judges.
Yeah,
what are they doing with judges? Yeah, they're big. They're on a big platform, and they determine outcomes of fights. Not referees don't really do it, but they can. The way they referee. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they need to be refreshed. I'm not saying to to fire them or have them lose their jobs, but there's got to be some type of refreshing course or something to so they doing the right thing.
I got to check for competencies. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, as you get old, your reaction time falls short. And a lot of these judges, these damn dudes have been calling fights, been judging fights for 15, 20 years plus. You think their eyes are still the same? No. But the crazy thing is, and I can see why they can still support it, because remember, like I told you before, when I met Bob Arum is old as shit. He moves old as shit. He performs like an old motherfucker. Like, people had to really help him.
Yeah.
Ask him something about boxing. That man's brain is still damn 21 years old. Like he still is able to fire on all cylinders. But everything about him is completely the way he moves, bro. If you was waiting for him to, to come see you, you would probably have to go see him, because the steps that he takes are so short. You know what I'm saying? And his caregiver that's with him, bro, this guy, the look on his face, he's there to help, but you can see him like, bro, just pick up the pace, old nigga. Pick it up. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, I wonder when you spoke to him, is that before or after he smoked? Because he does a lot of weed, so maybe that's what helps.
I don't know, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But yeah, this was I was sitting behind him doing the press conference. Like, I was like directly behind him doing the press conference. And as soon as the press conference ended, I stood up, he stood up, like they helped him up. And I started talking to him from that point. So I don't think he had a chance to go get lifted or anything like that.
He could have got lifted before the press conference.
Maybe. That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff.
Yeah.
But the same thing can't be true when it comes to these judges, because we see them.
Yeah.
They're too far leaning left, too far leaning right. We ask that the judges be on a pendulum that doesn't swing. You know what I'm saying? Just call it down the middle, man.
Yeah.
Call it down the middle.
You know, and I understand, you know, let's go to the other side of the coin, whereas that some of these refs are facing, you know, certain pressures as far as like maybe stopping a fight too soon or too late, because, you know, we've been having, you know, some accidental deaths in the ring, and, you know, guys are really getting hurt in there, and, you know, they're not stopping the fight short. So, you know, maybe that they could be pressured on that and maybe stop a fight too soon, you know? So, I mean, I'm sure there's certain pressures that they got to deal with, but then again, that's what these courses that I believe that they should be doing. Who knows if they are or not, you know, to refresh and to get them, you know, up to par, and then to kind of judge them to see if they can still continue to be referees or judges, you know. So
look, speaking of stopping a fight too early, Hot Sauce Henderson and Najee Lopez, was that fight stopped too early, or do you think it was right on time?
You know, I think it was right on time. I think he was about to get hurt back, because it looked like he was going to still try to kind of stand up, and there was like 2 shots in there that really, really hurt him. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny because I was texting back and forth with somebody in the chat, and she said that she thought that one of his eyeballs was going to come out, and I looked back and it kind of did look that way, or maybe it could have just been like his eyes, but he got hit with some really big shots, and you know, it could be all it takes is another big shot, and who knows what happens. You could get concussed, you can get, I think that was a good stoppage.
I watched the build, because, you know what I'm saying, in the fight pool, you know what I'm saying, shout out to the damn US 6 fight pool season 2. I picked the 5th round.
That's right. You was one that picked the 5th round. Yeah.
But I was like, me personally, you know what I'm saying, but look, after looking at the replay from a different angle, I'm like, all right, I'm not mad at the stoppage. But initially when I first saw it, I'm like, I'm glad I won for the sake of the fight pool, but I was like, no, let him keep going. Let him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I watched that build. I watched the build. I watched, you know what I'm saying, Najee look to them, land the jab, find a home for the jab, and once he started placing the jab, he stopped landing the jab and just started creating traffic with the jab. And soon as he, you know what I'm saying, as soon as Hot Sauce would lean over, boom, he'll throw the left hand and sting him. And by the 3rd round, I had told myself, I said, bro, he's gonna hurt him in the 4th. Sure enough, 4th round came around. We started seeing him get a little more open, a little more loose. 5th round came, I said, I'm gonna get this stoppage. It's like I felt it because I watched the growth, and I didn't see any damn no sunshine for Hot Sauce. I didn't see anything coming over the horizon for him, and I said, bro, he's gonna find himself allowing Najee to put more punches together and figure him out. Yeah. And sure enough, that's what happened.
Yeah. No, I was totally fine with it. I mean, Najee looked good. It looks like he's getting better with each fight too.
He's supposed to. Yeah, he's supposed to. Like I said.
Hopefully he gets a top, because I think he's ranked outside of the top 10. He might get put in the top 10 after that fight. You know, hopefully he gets to fight somebody in the top 10 to get, you know, in the contender status.
We were talking about it earlier. Who would you want to see him fight?
You know, I was talking to a friend. This is funny. You're gonna kill me for this, but and it's just something I envision. I was talking to a friend of mine last night who's related to Najee, and I said, you know, I just see him fighting David Morrell, and I said that. Oh, you did. I see him stopping him very badly too, but that was just something I envisioned. That, you know.
Hey, but everybody, man. Hey, without further ado, you know what I'm saying, we got the man of the hour. Not the man of the hour, the man of 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Because he had to eat, you know what I'm saying? I hope he's full. I hope he's not about to pass out. And I hope he's ready to come tell us some stories, man, you know what I'm saying? But here is, you know what I'm saying, the DR's own, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Delvin Rodriguez.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Oh, good, man. Oh, good. Yeah, bro. I was starving.
I told him, I told him, I said, you had paella and you had mofongo all at the same time.
I had some bistec encebollado, bro. That's my favorite meal.
Oh man, that sounds good. My wife is she was at a restaurant with her brother for his birthday, and she's gonna bring me food, and so I'm gonna get some rice and beans. But I didn't want beefsteak, so I got chicken and totones. So I can't wait for that to come. So yeah.
Well, what's up with you, champ? Man, it's good to have you here. Last time we had you on, you came on to give a fight prediction, and you had technical difficulties. Who were you going to pick that night?
Which
the Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Don't go off of the result now. That night, who
no,
definitely.
I gotta say, man, it was like halfway because me and my son, we talk about the fights all the time, and it's like, yo, I wanted Crawford to win, but I saw like 50-50. I said it's gonna be really hard. You know, it's gonna depend if Crawford will be able to take a punch. You know what I'm saying? And we know that Crawford got hurt before by, you know, like little guys, you know, and but he did it like an amazing job, man. He fought it like a perfect fight where he didn't really get a clean shot, you know. He didn't get hit with a clean shot, so it's like he did a fight to perfection, bro. And like you got to give it to him, man. This dude, I'm so happy, bro. I'm so happy because people are finally looking at him like, yo, this guy is real. This is real. You know what I'm saying? So he's finally getting the props that he's supposed to be getting a while back. You know, because this kid, once I saw that he beat Gamboa, I say, yo, he's the real deal, bro. You know, and people were still not giving him props. I understand that boxing nowadays is also like you gotta sell yourself. You gotta have the personality. You know, you gotta be on social media and sell yourself. And you know, Crawford has not done a good job on doing that. He doesn't have the personality. You know what I'm saying? He's a very laid back guy. He don't talk much. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just happy for him that he finally getting the props, bro.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Okay.
Go ahead and fire away, Thomas, because I know you.
No, I mean, so those that don't know, I mean, I guess we'll do an introduction. You can introduce yourself for those that don't know who you are. But you know, 29-9, 4 draws. You know, in your career, and I believe you're from DR, but I think you lived in Connecticut for some time as well, correct?
Yeah, man. I was raised. I'm in Connecticut right now. I was raised.
Oh, okay.
Since I was 8 years old, I've been living in. I was living because I moved out now. I live in Dominican Republic now. But I was raised in Danbury, Connecticut, like my whole life.
Okay, nice. So just give the people, you know, that are watching before we get to our questions and, you know, any stories you got with us, just a brief, introduction of who you are.
Well, I started boxing, man, as an amateur. I was like 9.5 when I came to the United States. I never really knew what a boxing ring looked like or a gym, because I come from the hillbillies in Dominican Republic. You know, my family. No electricity, no TV, no radio, nothing at that time. You know, everything was just like just the hillbillies, like I said. And
y'all had to thug it, man. Y'all had to thug it out there.
Nah, because I live in the countryside. You know, it was a clean life, but it's like everything is different, man. You know, everything is different. And then I came to the United States. It was like a whole different universe, man. Let's not even say a different world. It was a whole different universe when I come here, you know. And I started boxing because at that time, where in Danbury there was not too many Latinos. You know, nowadays it's like over here. I feel like I'm in Santiago over here. There's a lot of Latinos, man. You know, but back in those days there was no Latino. You know, everybody knew each other. So it was like a way out for me to interact with different kids, like Latino kids. You know, the gym was full of Latinos. It was like a PAL program.
Okay.
And to me, bro, it was amazing because it was the only place that I could go and I could talk to somebody. You know what I mean? And then I loved the competition. Like I started doing it, and the competition. That's what really got me into it. Like the competition, like all these kids, like we all just sparring and beating each other up. Like everybody trying to, go ahead, get ahead, and like it was a competition that really got me hooked to it.
Real quick question. We had him a few times on here. Do you know Ice John Scully?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I live with these people, but I used to go to, like, once I started events and as amateur, then I started training in Hartford, Connecticut, which I had to get out of the high school and drive to Hartford, Connecticut for an hour, and we went to like the regionals, the nationals together. Ice Kelly he was a character, bro. He'd take care of the kids, and
Okay.
we
That's
had a
what's
lot
up.
of fun, bro. We used to go. I remember one of my favorite tournaments was in Lake Placid, New York, where that was for the box off, and we were there like every year, bro. And like we had so much fun, bro.
Okay. So I don't know where you would like to begin as far as story wise, but if people don't know, if they seen you fight, there's been multiple, and I'm not exaggerating, of fights that you've been in where you should have got the win, and they either gave you a BS loss or even a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the story of my career, bro.
That's pretty much the story of your career. I mean, I'm gonna start off with how about let's go to I think you went to South Africa for a fight.
Yeah,
And
the
Isaac or Isaac, I can't pronounce his last name.
Isaac Lazuello.
Yeah.
We were supposed to, whoever wins was gonna fight for the world title in the fight, and that was terrible, man. Terrible. That was so fucking. It was like disgusting because I beat the guy, man, like clean. I even knocked him down the last round. I beat him up, and then they say they give him the win, and then one of the judges came up. He said, "Listen, how does he get the win if I didn't give him the win? Like I gave him a draw."
Yeah.
So like we had to go to this press, and then they overturned it to a draw. It was insane, bro. That was one of the worst. And then he came to Connecticut. We fought for the world title for the IBF, and he got the win. It was like holy shit. I lost like right in my hometown in Mohegan Casino,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was a close fight, but I know, and everybody that see the fight, you could tell that I won the fight. It's a
Yeah.
world title fight, bro. I definitely won it.
Yeah, I thought you won too. Both fights. It was not even close.
Yeah.
So I mean, before we go to any other fight, was there anything crazy when you went out, fighting in another country? Anything where you said like, oh man, I'm gonna have to knock this guy out or something because I'm not gonna get treated fairly here?
Well, that's always the mindset. Like the fighter always has the mindset of you go to somebody else's country, somebody else's backyard. You got to really prove yourself, And but the thing is, I did. Like it wasn't even like such a close fight like that for them to like give it a draw. Like you know what I'm saying, but it happens a lot, especially in those foreign countries. It's really hard to get the decision. You know what I'm saying? But my problem was it was like a combination of a lot of things that made that happen. Like there was a lot of decision that I didn't get because also remember boxing is also who you got behind you. Like who's your promoter? You know what I'm saying? Who's your promoter? Who's your manager? At that time, I had one of the best managers, but my promoter didn't really have the power. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't well known yet. So he didn't have the connection. People need to understand that. The fans that are watching, you got to understand this. People always ask me like, "Oh, they bought that fight." That's not how it works. Just so people get it clear. It's not like back in the '70s or the '60s where the mobs used to buy the fights and
Yeah.
the other fighters. That's not the way it works anymore. The way it works is like you got a well-known promoter that has the power, that has the money, that is very, very well known in the boxing world. He has the connection. He knows the judges. He knows the referee. The referee wants to work with him. The judges, they're going to go with him because they want to keep working with him.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. So once the promoter is very well known, that is making big shows for big money, everybody wants to work with him. You know what I'm saying? Including the judges, including the referees, all that. So that's what it comes down to. So, of course, if I want to work with you and you're the one that's putting up the big shows, I'm going to go to your side. I'm going to look out for you. You know what I'm saying? Because if I look out for you, you're going to put me in the next show. You're going to give me another job. So that's what it comes down to.
Wow, man. We hear about it all the time,
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna speak to something that you said in the first question when we brought it up, and you said you got into boxing because that was the way to communicate with other kids around you. And I see that here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people coming in from other countries and stuff, and I see kids gravitating to soccer. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of kids doing it, and I see a lot of American kids. They poke fun at them at the same time, and I tell them, I said, nah, that's their way of communicating. I said, because they don't know you, they don't know nobody here, they don't know the cultures, but they see something familiar that they know. You know what I'm saying? So how do I adapt? And you doing that, coming from DR, coming up, you know what I'm saying, to Connecticut, and latching to boxing, because you could have went to anything. You could have went to tennis, could have went to football, you know what I'm saying? But you saw boxing and said, know what? I see a lot of Latino kids here, and they understand me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what? It's crazy because I also used to play baseball. Like I was really good at baseball. I was in a baseball team here in Danbury. Like I was like one of the best pitchers and shit in the little league, right? But then it became a time where when I went to high school, it's like you as a Latino back in those days, you didn't get the opportunity, even though you know you're better than the whole team. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen to me because I made like the teachers were my friends and the coaches because I was doing boxing already. But then I saw all the Latinos that came in. They're like, "Yo, this kid is good, bro." And like I used to talk to the coach and like, "Nah, like they didn't give him the opportunity." So like, you know what, bro? I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna put up with this. So I was already advanced in boxing. So I already won like 5 different Junior Olympics tournaments. I went to the box off, the national. So I was very advanced already. I was already getting known very well in the boxing world. So that's how I continue. I gave up baseball and I continue with boxing.
Okay. Dominican boxing today. What do you think about Dominican boxing today with the fighters today? I mean, it's you got a lot of good Dominican fighters out there, contenders, champions. I mean, what do you believe in? Was that?
I said they not getting their chance either. I've been seeing some of them guys get robbed.
No, that's true. They're not.
I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why. I've been living in Dominican now for 3.5 years. I moved there like three and a half years ago, and right, I know like I know the commissioner, everybody over there in Dominican with the boxing world, and it's sad, bro, because it's true what you're saying. The fighter had advanced so much technique wise now. Like they're very good. There's a lot of good fighters that I've seen, but bro, you dealing with like I don't even know the word, but you dealing with the promoters over there and trainers. These people just grabbing onto these fighters, bro, and like they don't let them go. Like they don't. All they care about is the money. That's it. Like they're not trying to help like advance these fighters. And it's stupid because remember, if you're a promoter and you're a trainer and you advance your fighter, you're gonna make more money at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But they don't think like that. They think about that day. Like I want to know how much if I'm making $3,000. That's how they feel with it. I know a couple promoters over there that are freaking assholes, bro. Like they just like they killing the good fighters over there, bro.
Wow.
And it's crazy, man, because I've been to gyms over there and I see a lot of talent, a lot of good fighters, but they help them out. They make a little record, and then they'll bring them here just to make a few bucks. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking out for the long run. They're looking out to make some amount of money, and that's it. And it's fucking up the fighter, man. It's sad.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
What about the twist to that where some people say, like, I've been around boxing for a long time and, here in New York, but some people say about the Dominican fighters that once they start seeing the money, they don't really train or work as hard and they don't take it as serious. I mean, we had one fighter who was pretty solid. He got the big fight with Tank, and I think he's now going to retire, Hector Garcia.
Hector Luis? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, bro, that doesn't even matter. Like if it's Dominican, I just see that like worldwide, like it happens. I'm not even like it happens. Once you start making the money, you don't have that drive. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so, it takes like a very strong mind for you. Like you got to have this goal, like this, like a long term goal. You know what I'm saying? Not just making the money. You want to like leave a legacy. You know what I'm saying? To be able to have that fire inside you. It happens for everybody. I mean, look at Canelo, bro, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at Canelo. Like, like Canelo, even if he has the technique, he's not the same fighter. You don't really see that fire in him no more, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's like in the ring, like it seems like he's just going through motions, you know. And it happens where, I think it happens where every athlete, like, or like once you start making that big money, it's really hard to like stay focused and to have that drive. And this is why, like, I bring in now Mayweather. This is why is because this is why I admire Mayweather on the level that is like,
Mm.
you got to be a boxer. You got to be to that level that I went to understand when I say Mayweather's like one of the best fighters out there, because people don't look just at the technique. Look at his lifestyle, bro. Like this kid, he maintained himself. It was his lifestyle. It was boxing, boxing, boxing. It doesn't matter how many million he made in a fight, but this guy was fucking dedicated, bro, to the end, man. You know what I'm saying? Dedicated to the end.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like boxing is like one of the hardest sports, right? But there's so much little that a lot of things got to come together for you to maintain that level, bro. Like it starts with your lifestyle, your eating habits, like your sleeping habits, your
Mm-hmm.
exercise habits. Like it's everything, bro. It's so much in a package that everything has to come together for you to succeed.
Mm. Okay. So, and any Dominican fighters you had a chance to maybe speaking to or maybe mentor in any way? That there's some few good young ones now. I mean, Rohan Polanco is one off the top of my head. I think he's very good. I think he's a future champion. I know of a guy he trains out in Puerto Rico. A friend of mine managed him. Jan Santana is another good young fighter. I think he's a future champion as well. Do you get an opportunity to speak to some of these fighters?
Not really, bro. I gotta be honest. I've really been out of the game. Like I, especially Dominican, bro. It's like you gotta remember. I was in the game since I was like 9 years old, bro, and I hear the same story. You get together with a crowd of people from boxing. They talk about the same story. Everybody knows everything, but they never been in the fucking ring. They never put a glove on, but
Yeah.
they know everything, bro. And it's like it's sickening, man. It's like I don't even want to be around those people anymore in my life. Like
Okay.
I'm living good right now. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
retired to Dominican. I have one of my best friends, Dominican. He's sick with boxing. All he wants to do is talk about boxing. But listen, when you come to my house, bro, don't talk to me about boxing. Right? Just don't do it. Honestly, I told him straight up. You don't come to my house if you don't talk about boxing
Yeah.
because he's a trainer over there in Dominican, and I learned a lot of what's going on over there through him, what they do, what the commissioner does, how they put on the shows, a whole bunch of shit. But I'm like, I don't want to hear it, man. It's sick because I can't change anything. People are not gonna listen. They're not gonna listen. It's that's how it is. Everybody's just looking for a dollar, and that's it, bro. And it
Mm.
makes me sick.
Okay. Well, I'll ask you. Well, I want to talk a little bit about your career, but I got one more boxing question, and I won't go
Sure,
anymore.
sure.
Okay. I mean, you work with in television. I think you work with ESPN Deportes. Like, what was that experience? Working on that. On the outside of the ring. You know what I'm saying? Did it help you view boxing a little bit differently?
A lot different, bro. I learned so much, man. It was one of the best things. It was it was one of the best things that ever happened to me, bro. Like the experience was amazing. You were I was around around a great team, and everybody cared about what's going on. We would help each other with everything, and then you see boxing from the other side where you're like, holy shit, bro. Like I discovered like how much money I was taking, how much money I was it was stolen from me. You learn all
Mm.
that because you're on the other side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the business side of the box. You're in the business side of boxing.
Mm-hmm.
As a fighter, you don't really know what the fuck is going on. You listen to the promoter and the manager. You take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in back, like in the other side, it's like you see how much a fight is worth. You see everything because the fight you get paid because TV is what pays you. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Like if when you fight out of TV, you're not really making any money. I
Mm.
started made $4,000, 5,000, and I went up to 7, 8, 10. But then when I started fighting on ESPN, I fought like 15 times on ESPN Friday Night Fight. So that's when I started making the money.
Mm. Okay.
I miss Friday night boxing on ESPN.
Yeah, me too,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Me too.
That was the best.
Me too.
Yeah.
We were talking about it before you came on. We were saying that you knew you got robbed if Teddy Atlas said something about it. If Teddy got loud about it at the end of the you know it was a full blown robbery. You know what I'm saying?
Teddy is a character, bro. Like he's a character.
That's the best you can say about Teddy.
Yeah,
He's a character.
well, listen, you got to give it to who has it. Like I gave it to you when you have it. He has it because he's a self promoter, bro. He promoted himself that he's making money regardless. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Like he really promotes himself. I know where he comes from, you know, because my last manager, you know, Stan Hoffman, he was like the top manager, top guy that knew the whole boxing world. So I know where everybody comes from, but he's definitely a self promoter, bro. Like he knows how to market himself, you know, and that's great. Nowadays, that's what you got to do. That's what it's about.
Yeah, you said that. You know what I'm saying? You could be like Bud Crawford, be a great fighter, but you ain't got that charisma to say.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's a perfect example right there. Yo, Crawford, if he had that personality, you know what I'm saying? Like he will be like another Mayweather, to be honest, right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He'll be like another Mayweather.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with that.
Huge.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to another fight where it gained traction, especially on the internet and social media, because it was back and forth. With the fight you had in Poland against the I believe he was Polish, right?
Yeah, that was another. Yeah, that was another.
That was So can you tell us a little bit about that fight and the lead up to it?
You talking about the guy he made pregnant on the side of his face?
No. That's Walleye you're talking about. But yeah,
That's
the other one in
yeah.
Poland. I flew to Poland. You know, unnecessary, bro. This is a commonplace about your promoters, right? Why am I wait? I'm like top contender, right? I'm already in the eyes of the people, in the eyes of TV. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fighting ESPN every time. Why take your fighter to another country? Like that's what I mean. That if the promoter doesn't have that power, if it doesn't have the recognition, this is what you got to go through. You know what I'm saying? So like, why am I flying to somebody else's hometown to fight? You know what I'm saying? You know it's gonna be a possible. So what happened? That's what happened. You know, I knocked the kid down. Everything. I beat him, and I still didn't get the decision. So it all comes down to that, bro. Especially nowadays, I think it's even harder nowadays. Nowadays is you gotta be with the right promoter, bro. You know, you gotta have the right manager, or forget about it. You're not gonna get a decision. You better knock everybody out to get a draw.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then that was a clear robbery. I think you didn't even get a draw in that fight. They gave you there was a unanimous decision loss, I think, too.
Yeah, it was insane, bro. It's insane.
Right.
Look, I never asked guys this question. You know what I'm saying? That's been on here, but I'm gonna ask you. When you lose, and then versus when you lose and they robbed you. Like, what's the difference in the feeling? Like, the one that you lost, you're like, I know I lost. Then you got the one over to the side, the one that they took from you.
It really discourages you, bro. Honestly, like, you really got to dig down to start training. Like, you be like, yo, what the fuck am I doing this shit for? Like it happened, all that stuff that happened to me at the end of, when I finished my career, like, I was just going through the motion. Like, I didn't even want to fight. Like, I'm just going to do it because I still got 2 years of the contract. I'm just going to do it. But I didn't really want to fight anymore. I'm saying, like, I didn't want to fight anymore. It's like, I didn't really have that drive. I didn't have that fire anymore. So,
that's
like, it really discouraged you knowing that you don't really have somebody strong enough behind you to really take you where you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's very hard, bro. It just drains you.
Yeah.
And I ask you that because I'm saying, a lot of young fighters that I know I talk to, they'll take an actual L, the one that they lose, and they're ready to kick the shit out of themselves then and be their own toughest critic. And I said, nah, this is the one that determines if you can get back up on that, get back up and ride again. I said, you can't damn allow this, to take you out.
That's how you know if you're really a fighter, bro. The first fight that I lost, I was just ashamed within me. I'm like, yo, I can't. I gotta kill somebody my next fight. You know what I'm saying? I gotta kill somebody. So I was training even harder. But I know that I lost. I know I lost. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like there was no question like the fight was close. I lost. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I couldn't believe it. Like that I was like, yo, that's when I lost against this kid that I was beating the crap out of him, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that was another thing when I couldn't make weight. You know what I'm saying? Like that kid hit me with like not because he didn't even hit hard. You know, he was a very aggressive guy. You know, very intense. The intensity of punches throughout the round, but and he hit me like with like it wasn't even a strong punch, bro. And like my leg just locked, and I went down. You know what I'm saying? I went down, and it's like I couldn't believe that. I was like, holy shit, man. And I went back home like, yo, I can't. I want to kill somebody. You know, I went to the gym like, yo, the following week I went back to the gym like, yo, I gotta kill somebody. I can't believe I lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? I was so anxious, and that's how you know when you're a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, just because you lose one time, oh, fuck, I can't. I'm gonna give up. That's not how it works. You know. Especially if you know you lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know
But then
psychological.
there's times where you got a bad decision. You came back and you dominated the next fight. I mean, even though you probably dominated the fight that they gave you the draw or loss, you know, one that sticks to mind is the Wolak. I can't pronounce the name. The Polish guy from New York.
Yeah, Wolak.
Yeah, you know, they were trying to really build that guy up, and they robbed you. They gave you a draw in the first one.
Bro. They were surprised. That was like my first fight. I 154. Like you say, they were really building this kid up. They had like really high hope on him. And bro, they were surprised. It's like
And in the second one, you dominated. I think you won unanimous decision.
Second one was like nothing.
Okay.
I should have knocked him out, to be honest. But that's when the problems started going. Like I wasn't really into it anymore. Like that's when I started like, I'm just gonna go do this, you know, and because I felt like I didn't really have any power behind me. Like it was just me on myself. You know what I'm saying? And once a fighter feel like that, bro, it's like everything is just going down the drain. Because it's like I'm just fighting by myself, you know. But I still got to pay these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I still got to pay 33% of my purse.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let me go to there because I was going to ask you that too. So you work with Star Promotions with DeGuardia. What was that like working with Joe DeGuardia?
Well, it's like I say, man. Me and him we became friends, and the guy's cool, but he wasn't in the business long enough. He didn't have that pop. He didn't have that power. He didn't have that connection. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you let me lose in my hometown a world title for a split decision, bro? How do you know what I'm saying? Like right there, you know he don't have it. You know what I'm saying? He don't have it.
Yeah, that's a good point. So Joe DeGuardia, you know, he's a nice guy. I've got to speak to him a few times.
Yeah, man, he's just a businessman. He's a lawyer, businessman, and he's just looking out for his business. But at the end of the day, that shit hurts the fighter a lot, bro. You know, his contracts fucking whack, bro. Like contracts, like I really signed the first contract just because I believe in my manager, but it was a whole messed up because we kind of went with DeGuardia the first time that I met him, like that we signed with him. It was all because a friend helping out another friend. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have the knowledge, bro. I didn't know how to even fucking look at a contract. You know what I'm saying? I should have got my lawyer, like, yo, read this shit. I didn't have the knowledge. That shit happened a lot to a lot of athletes, bro. A lot, like I would say 95% of the boxers that shit happened to. Like, make sure you get your lawyer, bro. Don't believe in anybody what they say. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your lawyer reads that shit. You know what I'm saying? And like clarify every single word of the important stuff in the contract to fighters, because I went through a lot because of that. I didn't have any knowledge of that. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a lot of stuff that I would have done different if I would have known then what I know now.
Yeah.
But nowadays, bro, it's so much easier because everything is online. You could just go on your cell phone, look it up. You know what I'm saying? Back in those days, I didn't have there was no damn cell phones. You know what I'm saying? I had a beeper. I had a beeper. You know what I'm saying?
A beeper.
So nowadays, a fighter, bro, fighters, if you really fall into something stupid, it's because you're not doing your homework. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't. You should. You have You got an iPhone, you got the whole world in your hand.
Yeah.
You can look up everything. You know what I'm saying? But back in those days, bro, my one of my best trainer, Lou Fosco, he had a saying. He said, "Listen, these fucking with a pen, they can just kill you with a pen. You know what I'm saying? It does more damage than the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it does.
just sign, bro. Just sign a contract. They own your life, bro. You
Yeah.
know, it happened to me. You know what I'm saying? They own my life.
That's true.
I said the pen is mightier than the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Yeah.
Look, when you said you was getting disconnected from boxing and you said, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I know kids in my neighborhood where they came from, you know what I'm saying? They usually, when they want to give up, they want to revert back to what they damn, you know what I'm saying, what they were doing before or what they're known for in the streets or whatever. So a lot of these kids wanted to go back to selling drugs and stuff. You came in playing basketball, you know what I'm saying, baseball and coming in not on that wavelength. So when your mind checked out, what did you want to do instead? Since you like, I don't want to do this now. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question, bro. That's a great question, bro. Like at that time, I wanted to pursue, work. I was working for ESPN and HBO at the time.
Okay.
Like I worked for HBO until they closed down. They don't have boxing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I was working with ESPN. It was fucking amazing, man. I loved it. It wasn't even a job, You know what I'm saying? They pay you to travel. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And to watch what you love, which is boxing. You know, so I really wanted to pursue that. In fact, I was already getting signed to do some kind of movie and shit, but everything just fell out because ESPN moved to the show that I was doing. They moved to Mexico. I'm like, no, I'm not going to Mexico. I'm not. There's no way I'm going to Mexico to live in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, it's like what 6? It's like 6, 7 years now. Now I'd be like, yo, I should have done it. I should have just moved to Mexico. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But it's decision, bro. Life is all about decision. A decision can change your whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At that time, I had 2 young kids. I'm like, I didn't see myself moving to Mexico with 2 young kids.
Okay.
Mm.
I got you.
On the up and up, like what are some of your fondest memories of boxing or fights that you had in your career? Like, the great moments you've had that you still, remember to this day as,
Still
Oh
make
man,
you smile when you think of it.
yeah.
yeah. Well, boxing is always like stepping stone. Like you gotta fight this guy to go to the next level, right? But then sometimes you also face somebody that wants to. So whoever wins is gonna take the next step. You know what I'm saying? So I remember one fight. This kid was managed by Fat Joe. You know Fat Joe, the rapper.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I
All
know
right,
who you're
so
talking about too. Go ahead.
Is
so
this a true story? Because Fat Joe lies a lot.
no, well, supposedly he was at that time he was managing. Well, that night that I fought him, Fat Joe was there, so Um, so they really thought this kid was gonna knock me out because he's a puncher.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, that night was like you could tell that everybody was against me. Like the fucking referee went to my locker room and started talking shit. This Puerto Rican referee. Now, well, we cool now. Like after that fight, we cool. But I told him, I said, bro, why are you talking to me like that? Because he went to the locker room. He literally went to the locker room, like trying to give me the rules, and they were
Wow.
like, I don't know about you, but I know this kid can fight. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck you talking about? I can fight, bro. So that night, like, this kid was supposed to knock me out, bro. So like, I freaking, I killed him, bro. Like, I even knocked him out of the ring.
Yeah. Yep.
You
I know it's that you knocked him out there. He made it back in the ring,
Yeah.
and if that fight would have been longer than what it was said, I think it was a 6 round or 8 round fight. If it would have been longer, you would have stopped him.
Listen to this. If you see the video, he went out the ring, right? He was supposed to be disqualified because they helped him out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they helped him.
They helped him up.
Yeah.
So that's illegal right there. He lost. He automatically lost. Like they helped him up. You know what I'm saying? They're not supposed to touch him. When
And that's supposed to do that,
when somebody go out the ring, you gotta let them by themselves get up and get back in the ring. They helped him out. So he lost right there. But everything was against me because everybody really wanted this kid to win.
Yeah. That
So
was
one of
Alan Conyers.
Alan Kanye, yeah.
Yeah, from the Bronx.
Then we became boys, and then like he came to spar with me one time. This kid is gone, but I'm like, this kid's fucking punch drunk, bro.
Yeah. If anybody remembers Alan Conyers, I don't know if they remember the fight with James Kirkland. He dropped James Kirkland in the first round, and then Kirkland knocked him out later on in the round. The first round. That was a crazy round.
That was a good fight. I remember that. I remember. That was one fight. That was like the first fight that I'm like, damn, it made me feel like I remember the feeling. It was really good, man. A lot of the fight was packed. The other fight was when I first won my first USBA title. It was also when I fought the Mexican kid in California, I think. Unfortunately, that's the kid that passed. Not yeah. What's his name? What his name was? He was a Mexican fighter. Very
He died
tough
after
fighter.
the fight, right? He died after that fight.
Yeah, he was in coma for a while and then he passed.
Was it? I think it was that Hernandez.
No, not Hernando. Hernando was was when I first won my first title, USBA title.
Okay.
But, the other kid was a Mexican kid. I forgot his name. Anyways, but even if it wasn't a major title, it was big for me at that time. Like, oh, I won my first title. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a really very a lot of emotion. It was really good.
Okay.
It was a lot of fight. There was another fight when I went to I think it was in San Diego. I got knocked down, bro, the first round, and I couldn't believe it. Like I remember it was like I was, I'm looking up like, yo, this fucking guy knocked me down. I gotta get up. I couldn't believe it. So I got up, bro, and I knocked him down like twice. The first round, it was a crazy fight, and then the second fight, I knocked him down, then I knocked him out. They stopped the fight. That was like amazing, bro.
Okay.
A lot of crazy shit, but it's like
those are great highlights. Those are great, great achievements. So of course you got to beat up the guy from the Bronx, but that's fine. So.
Hey, you know what? It's funny we say that because, bro, when I first started training, right? Because I remember I started training in North Carolina. I started with Donald. What's his name? Don Turner. He was Holyfield's trainer at that time.
Yeah.
He was the one who took me in. He was like my first manager. He had a camp over in North Carolina. But then I couldn't put up with it. I was there for 2 years. And it was crazy. It was crazy because he was never around. So like he had all these freaking ex-con going from Washington to the camp. And it was crazy, bro. It was just crazy. I had to fight. To watch TV, I had to fight somebody. To use the phone, because remember, there was no cell phone back in those days. To call my mom or my girl, I had to fight. It was crazy. It was crazy. So I said, listen, I couldn't be there. So I left camp, right? And then I took a time off until I found like another manager, another promoter out here. And then, bro, when I found my new trainer, which was Lou Fosco, to me, was one of the best person I ever met in my career. My best trainer. He's a trainer that really cares about his fighters. He's not in there just for the money. He cares for you. You know what I'm saying? So he started taking me to the Bronx, bro. Now, when you go to New York at that time, I don't know anymore because I really haven't been there anymore. But back in those days, when you go to the city, it's a whole different level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a whole different level. I only had at that time I had maybe five, 6 fights, and I'm going to the city fighting champions, and I'm fucking like, it's hard, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to be like in my A game, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, fuck, I gotta go spar, man. I'm sparring with these monsters, you know what I'm saying? But then I was sparring all the time, right? And that's what made me better, bro. Like, I stepped it up, bro. And then it came times when I went to the city and I was fucking wiping the floor with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit, the kid from Connecticut, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they would start, and then I remember one time they would literally started arguing with my coach because this guy, like, what's this kid? This kid was the champion, if I can remember. He was Dominican too. Curiel, I think. I don't know if you heard Curiel.
Curiel? It sounds familiar.
Yeah. He was a champion. Like, I worked the floor with him, so the trainer got mad. And then my trainer, they started arguing. Like, my trainer was like, oh, you just don't like it because now he's fucking your kid up. Now you don't like it. Now you don't like it. Now you got excuses. So, bro, like, it was funny. But the point of the story is, like, it's fucking amazing how you stick with it and you put your mind to it and you focus and then you step to that level. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
slowly, like day by day, bro. I saw the different day by day. Everything's like I'm like, man, I can play with this kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like it's an amazing feeling, bro. When you stick with something and you have the discipline and like you put your mind to it, bro, and then you do it. You know what I'm saying? You do it. But you gotta that is amazing for you to stay focused like that, and for you to stick with that discipline through your whole career, like Mayweather did. It's out of this world, bro. It's
Yeah.
out of this world.
Oh, okay. I don't know what else. I got one more question, but it's not boxing related, so I don't know if you have anything, KG.
No, because he came in, like I said, he dissected the whole DR thing. So when he did that, and I'm glad you did that, because in the future we got a guy from the UK going to come on, and I want to do the same thing with him about UK boxing. So like I appreciate you coming in and tackling, you know what I'm saying, the Dominican Republic's aspect of it.
Yeah.
Because so but no, go ahead, fire away, Thomas, because like I said, this has been great, because like I said,
this was definitely great, and I want to give a shout out to my man Socrates, who linked us in, getting you as well. He's my best friend. I feel like I'm Dominican because Socrates is my best friend. He's like a brother to me. So
yeah, he's a cool dude, man. He's a cool dude. We didn't really get to hang out a lot, but he's a really good guy, bro.
He's all right. He's okay. But what I wanted to ask you is not boxing related. I know that you smoke a cigar here or there, right?
Oh yeah.
That you like to. So give us 2 or 3 of your top, cigars.
Well, bro, you know what? You can't go wrong with that Duro Fuente, bro. Like it's just #1 cigar in the world. Like we've been having 3 years, consecutive 3 years, #1 cigar in the world, Dominican Republic. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just if you smoke cigar, that feeling, that taste, bro, like is amazing. So I gotta go with the Toro Fuente, man. Like the other, so I try different ones. Like I tried Plasencia. I don't know if you tried Plasencia.
No,
I like the Davidoff as well. It's pretty good. You
That
know
one I've they got different
they got
ones of those. Yeah.
They got different ones. So, but to me, bro, let me tell you. Last time I smoked a Toro Fuente, what do they call it? I can't think of the name now. And that shit's like eating a steak, bro. One of the Toro Fuente, bro. The Opus. Oh man, you gotta try the Opus, Arturo Fuente Opus, bro.
I'm gonna definitely try that now.
That is amazing cigar. Bro.
I'm gonna see if Socrates would get one for me too. He owes me.
All right.
But yeah. That was I know that you like to smoke cigars. I said I gotta ask him, what's his favorite. I kind of figured that was gonna be one of your top 3. So.
Yeah, I smoke. I gotta have it going to the cigar bar like every Tuesday in Dominican. Like it's a very good environment. The people that smoke cigar are very like laid back. They mostly business people, so it's a very clean crowd. So every Tuesday, me and my brother, we smoking a cigar and just relaxing a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know none of y'all talking about, man. I sit out on my back patio and I crack a cigar open and I put some other stuff in it. And the shit y'all talk about, hey, sounds great. You know what I'm saying? Sounds great. Sounds like a great time. I sit in my backyard and just kick my feet up.
Listen, you get a nice drink of Brugal with a cigar, bro. It's perfect combination. Yeah. Perfect combo right now.
That's a really good combo.
If you guys ever make it to the Dominican, you're welcome to come to my house and I show you a couple stuff. Tell Socrates, if you're ever gonna DR, hit me up.
Okay, definitely. I'm gonna definitely do that. And I don't know what KG's talking about. KG smoked cigars with us last year. We smoked.
I follow you from Puerto Plaza, so I can, and Santo Domingo, so I can go see my
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got a few boys. I even got boys from Jamaica that be, you know what I'm saying, like going over there. I'm like, yo, but one of my boys from Jamaica, I said, listen, you gotta come to Santiago, bro. Stop with this bullshit with the plata crap. Come to Santiago. You're gonna see the real stuff, you know what I'm saying? Bro, he went to Santiago. That's it. He don't go no more. He go to Santiago. That's it.
Oh
In
wow,
fact, he's moving it. He just hit me up like last week. Him and his drill moving down to Santiago. Man.
wow.
They moving to Santiago. I'm like, yo, it's nice, man. It's nice.
That's what's up, man.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, he got a phone
Just
call.
oh, he probably okay. You've got a call.
Must have got a phone call.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we come down. Yeah, we come down to DR, come check you out, man. We bring Tom. Thomas got to get his permission slip signed and stuff.
Yeah, I got to get my permit. That's true. I'm not gonna even lie about that.
Yeah.
She's been wanting to go to DR though for a while too. So yeah, so maybe we'll make that happen. She's been wanting to go. So.
Yeah, okay, but don't just go to freaking Punta Cana, the tourist.
No,
place.
we're not gonna do
I'm
that.
saying you
No,
gotta
I
go to
think
Santiago.
there. I don't know what where at, but she gives she donates to some charity over there where they help disabled children. It's like a school or whatever. So she wants to go to visit that area. So I don't know where it's at, and she went in the room. So I would have asked her, but yeah. So she's been dying to go over there to visit.
That's
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, like I said, if you guys over there, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? You got my number.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
All right.
I appreciate you
guys.
coming on.
Yo.
This was great, man. We definitely appreciate
That was
it.
good talking to
Man,
you guys.
really
Good luck
appreciate
with everything,
it,
bro. I hope you guys crank up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
hey,
sure.
Again, like I said, we appreciate you, Devin, man. We really do, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this has been great, man. I wanted to say, I'm saying I'm looking forward to your next fight. You're not fucking fighting. You're not fucking fighting. You know what I'm saying? So what am I doing? No, but this is like one of those shows that's been good enough. If we call you back for a part 2, because I know you got more stories.
Oh yeah, I got story forever, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So we will be reaching out, whether it's for a part 2 or letting you know that me and Thomas is going on our way to DR.
All right, bro. You guys take care, man. Good night,
I
bro.
appreciate
All
you.
right.
man.
Have a good night.
You too.
Yeah, I gotta get up. I got.
Good,
Yeah, that was dope. That was great. Yeah, that was very, very good. I mean, we always get good ones every week. You know what I'm saying? And just the stories is just great within itself. But that was awesome.
We appreciate everybody for being here. You know what I'm saying? Listening to Tales from the B-side, man. You know what I'm saying? Delvin came in and told some good stories. And I like how he put the spotlight on DR boxing. They're short-lived, I guess, trajectory in boxing once the damn money starts rolling in. And he's saying pretty much everybody has a breaking point that they're going to stop putting in maximum effort.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. And that's why I asked him, because that's usually, what they say, about the Dominican fighters, and Hector Garcia is a perfect example. I know he had, the issue with Tank and the eye thing, whatever, but he fought Roach, and Roach won the fight. But I don't think, in my opinion, Hector didn't really train for that fight. And I believe if Hector would have trained and really, was up for that fight, I believe he would have beat Roach, because Hector's really good, but I just seemed like he wasn't really into it, defending his title, right? Because remember, he was the 130 champ. Tank brought him up for that fight, and then he went back down to defend his title against Lamont Roach, and Roach beat him. But just in my opinion, I just thought that Hector Garcia kind of like checked out, So, but that's usually the knock on the Dominican fighters, So
yeah, and that's what you're seeing. Like I meant to bring him up. Jackson Martinez looked good, beating up Broly. He got robbed.
Yeah,
he got paid, and then the next time we seen him get beat up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Same thing with Jason Rosario.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what it usually happens. So like you got some good young ones. I named 2 of them, but there's some other ones out there. Mm-hmm. But Rohan Polanco looks like he can be a star. I mean, he's going to be hopefully one day a welterweight champion. Jan Santana, who I really like, he's managed well. So they've got some talent. Adames is a champion right now. Mm-hmm. Some people thought that Adames was going to lay down to Shiraz, and he went in there and got robbed because he should have won. Yeah, but a lot of people picked against him. So I mean, that's another Dominican fighter. El Branco, I think they call him, right? And he won that fight convincingly to me. So that's he's a world champion. They got a bunch of fights. De Los Santos was ready to fight, Keyshawn Davis, right? And he never got the opportunity because of what happened with the weight. You know, and I believe that would have been a great fight. I don't think he would have won, in my opinion, but I think he would have been up for the fight. You know, so Dominican's got some really good fighters out there.
Yes, they do. But like I said, Thomas, this has been another good one, man.
Oh, this was really good.
Another good one, man. Hey, we don't know who on next week, so don't ask us. Don't ask
we don't.
Don't ask us.
That's the catchphrase after everyone now.
Yeah, we love y'all for being here and supporting and showing up and showing out and letting us know that y'all support the people that's coming and y'all are being entertained by the stories. But don't ask me shit about them who coming on after. Because we'll tell y'all when we tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all,
it could be. I would like to have a current fighter.
US 6 Sports and Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Keep your eyes on the hub, because when the ads go up, boom, then you know when you know. You know what I'm saying?
I'd like to get a current fighter. We've been getting a lot of guys that have fought already. I don't think we had a current. Well, we have current fighters, but I'd like to get a nice current fighter. There's two I have in mind that I really want to get. It's been difficult, and I want to get before their next fight. Huh?
So look, just know, everybody, Thomas just said it. Our next damn fighter is gonna be a current fighter.
I'm hoping.
And we kind of had a current fight on last week, Thomas.
She's a current fighter. Yeah, no, we have. I took that back quick. We had a bunch of current fighters. Yeah, we had the last two were current fighters. They still fight. Yeah, so no, I take that back. I must,
No,
because in my mind, I'm thinking of the guests we have that I have in mind for next week, and that guest, he's not a current fighter. So
no, but I see what you did there. You know what I'm saying? You said we should have more current fighters. I don't have a problem with that. We should have more current fighters, more current trainers, and I had a trainer in mind that I was thinking about too. So like I said, me and you'll probably see on the back end, and whether you get that fighter or if I get this trainer, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just stay tuned to Tales from the B-side. You know what I'm saying? And y'all will find out when we tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go and close it out, man. Thomas, don't give people your last words and let them know, you know what I'm saying, that everything is A-OK on the Bronx side of things, and you're looking at them, let things keep rolling, and we're looking to talk more boxing and less gossip girl T-shit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and other sports as well, as being that you want to talk about the Bronx, the Yankees start their playoff run Tuesday, I believe, their first game. So I'm going to try to do something baseball wise tomorrow, do like a recap of the season and a preview to the playoffs. I'm going to try. No promises, but yeah, I mean, we're back Thursday. Keep it in the ring with Rich Mancuso. He wasn't on this past week, but I believe he'll be back. And Tales from the B side is one of our main projects here as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, we'll be back next week, but look out, I'll be dropping some videos too hopefully this week. I have a couple that I've been working on, but just got to actually go ahead and drop them. So but yeah, that's what's going on with TD Sports Talk and STN Network. So appreciate you, KG.
Yeah, man, appreciate you too, Thomas, man. Like you said, man, y'all tap in and check out, you know what I'm saying, Sports Talk Network. Those guys be over there giving it up, man. You know what I'm saying? BDO, D Free. Who else is over there?
B3, Marky Dan, Dub Right Side. They did a nice interview with Ishe Friday, and Ishe surprised me some of the things he said, but not everybody's gonna have the same opinion as we may have.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a really good interview.
So check that out. Any damn thing, Sports Talk Network, and y'all check out, of course, any damn thing that's Usual Suspect 6. You know what I'm saying? Because we're back on the Beltway tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then you got 503. He gonna be outside Tuesday. We'll be back Wednesday. Then we're back out Thursday. Then we're back out Friday. And then we're gonna get it going what we damn doing. Wake and Bakes, tier list, Blood, Sweat, and Tears on Saturdays. And then we're back outside Sunday. Like I said, it's just a movement, man. You know what I'm saying? So Sports Talk Network, man. Y'all catch them when y'all can catch them. But you already know, man, I'm Usual Suspect 6, man. You know what I'm saying? Any damn thing that you see that damn 2 lion logo on, that's where I most likely will be. You know what I'm saying? So until next time, next week, I am KG. That is Thomas from the Bronx. And this has been Tales from the B-side.
It's a Usual Suspect, dude.
Rodriguez, we're going to be fair. You got to say it on both sides. Rodriguez should have dominated him more, but he shouldn't have been robbed. And he was robbed. Oh, he should have.